Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the one and only Game Engineer, and I am back after a little bit of a hiatus. I was just checking, and it has been just shy of 4 months. So, in that time, quite a bit of things have happened. And of course, one of the big ones was Final Fantasy. I was taking a little bit of a break during that time, so while I opened quite a bit of Final Fantasy, I did not stream any of it. Maybe we'll open a couple packs tonight, but we'll see. But today I am back to show you this right here. Edge of Eternities. So the new in-universe set, sci-fi themed, kind of a little a more serious riff than what Unfinity gave us a couple years ago. And yeah, excited to bring you some pack openings. So why don't we go ahead and get started with oh, I don't know. Well, maybe we'll save this guy for last. But maybe we start with the pre. So pre-release, we have. I will be honest. I have not read any of the lore this time. So we've got Gal with some sort of cool laser crystal cyber axe thing, and we do have, by the looks of things, some sort of planet, some ships. I don't know what else. Nothing super apparent. All right, let's see what we got. Find magic among the stars. That, I guess that is true. Go look at the stars if you're in a place where you have a good view, because they're usually beautiful. I was lucky enough to grow up way out in the sticks, and I got to see beautiful stars almost every night. All right, what do we got here? We got somebody sitting on the bridge watching a battle in space. It kind of extends into here a little bit, and you can see, I want to say this is called Solterra or something like that, I think is what that black hole is called. So there is the planeswalker symbol, although I want to say there's a different planeswalker symbol on some of the boxes. But there is apparently two different planeswalker symbols. So one of them here is sort of black hole themed, which makes sense. That is the symbol of the entire set on the cards. Let's see if we can see a little bit more. Yeah, so just some battle going on in space. This out of the way. So kind of a repeat of what we just saw on the box. And what do we have in here? Spin down. Just looks like standard spin down. I don't know if the kind of the 1 in 10 or 1 in 5 looks different. I would guess this is just the standard one. Would have been kind of cool if they could they had glow in the darks, but what do I got here? Rust Harvester for my promo. It's got Menace, 1 mana. Exile artifact card, put +1 counter, it then deals damage equal to its power to any target. Okay. They don't give away card codes anymore, I believe, so a little bit of a bummer on that one. So here are our play boosters. These are 14 card play boosters. Strangely enough, notice that's a 15 card on the collector booster. No idea why. But let's see, we also have, oh, sorry, just dropped that. Inside we've got the little poster, and what is it showing us? The Sothera, not Solterra, Sothera system. So a couple different planets involved here. Uthros, a gas giant. Something curious at its core. We've got Evendo, the icy world with lush jungles. Adagia, defined by powerful winds and a massive ringed solar array. Surcer Secondi, irradiated and being slowly pulled into the void. Caveron, once a resource-rich paradise, now devastated by mining. Sothera, the collapsing supervoid, supermassive black hole, the center of wherever this plane is. And your standard instructions. I'll put that away for now. All right, so we got what? We got six. Yeah, do a little sealed creation, but let's get to the Kraken. So in this set, there is a subset called celestial sites, or no, stellar sites, which are sort of a subset in here. Notice we do have a sliver token. I believe there is one sliver card somewhere in here. I don't recall if it was a reprint or not. Let me scooch a little closer here. All right, what do we got here? Some commons, all sci-fi themed. Space Pangolin. Throw some love up for that endangered little guy. We do have a bunch of different aliens. Command Bridge. Voidborn. There are space stations and spacecraft in this one, which have some sort of, I think when you have a certain amount of counters on them, they gain additional effects. So if you have 10 or plus, this one gets flying. So there must be a lot of counters because I did open a couple packs before the stream, and there was one that was 20 plus, which implies that there must be some way. Singularity Rupture. Here we go. Throwing up. It's been a while since I've done these, so bear with me. Throwing up some rares there. This, I believe, is also one of the promo card, buy a box promo cards with a different art, but it is, I guess, a useful card. Destroy all creatures, then any number of target players mill half their library. Kind of a punishing card, I guess. Comet Crawler, while is not a sliver, kind of looks like a sliver, to be honest. But we were told not going to be that many Eldrazi or slivers in this set. So, and I will say the full art lands, they look really nice. Here's an island. I don't know if there's multiple arts on these, but they are, I don't know, pretty good looking. I'll put that there because coolest looking card we're looking at so far. All right. Let's pull. And what do we have? Nebula Dragon. Look at that guy. All right, so we got some different spacecraft. Dreaming Acolyte. Starfield Vocalist. I opened a couple packs in the car, and I got this in a couple of them, so this must be one of the really common rares. Social Engineering. Okay. So we don't get a full art in every pack. So the full arts are maybe 1 in 3, 1 in 5, something like that. So maybe similar to what we saw in Infinity. but it's kind of cool. Honestly, kind of reminds me of StarCraft. Uh, all right, Sir Vondum, Sunstar Exemplar, Vigilant Menace, 2 mana, 2/2. All right. Weft Walking. This was that was some an alien race. I forget which alien race is in this one. But they can weft walk, which is basically more or less planeswalking, as far as I can tell. But that is also our first mythic. So let's throw it up. This hasn't been up for 4 months, so why not? And then we do have an atmospheric greenhouse. And there is another beautiful full art land. There's the forest. Looking at pretty darn nice. May have to pick up, well, hopefully I'll just pull a full set. I got enough cards here. We do have a lander here, and yeah. I did set aside a couple cards that I pulled earlier to show you guys. There were some nicer ones in there. Memenon, the right hand. I wonder if this is any sort of reference to what, Memnarch? Um, maybe just coincidence. And we got a regular basic land. We got Cobbs in this one as well. Here, let me pull out some of these cards I pulled earlier. So this is that the one I mentioned, the Eternity Elevator. It's a rare, and it has an additional effect once you have 20 counters on it. It seems like a lot of counters to me, but I guess who am I to judge? Singularity Rupture. So got a couple of those. There's foil of the basic forest. Very pretty card. Was lucky enough to have pulled this one. So this is one of the special treatments. So they have these cards that look like old school, like 1950s sci-fi book covers. And I pulled a foil version of this one. So it's a special guest in here. I think there's like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them. So I guess that was kind of cool. And then this is one of those stellar sights. So it's a very clean looking card. This one, the text box to me honestly looks a little bit empty, but that just might be that this is a card that doesn't have a lot of text. But yeah, Crystal Quarry, pretty cool. I did pull a couple of Shocklands. So I pulled a Godless Shrine, pulled a Sacred Foundry, and then here's one, a mountain full art, and another mythic from Sami, the Wildcat Captain. So yeah, we got some interesting pulls already. All right. We got a Pinnacle Kill Ship. Gigastorm Titan. All right. We got Giga Chat over here. We have a Dominion bracelet. At a mythic. At a mythic here. And that is what? Why is this mythic? Okay, cost to equip is 1, relatively inexpensive for an artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has pay 15. Gosh, that is expensive. You control target opponent during their next turn. This ability costs X less to activate, where X is this creature's power. Oh, interesting. So you get to take over other characters. There's no way that could possibly be abused. I want to see how quickly that begins to be abused in the meta. Yeah, I'm sure people will love that one. Just some sort of weird infinite loop where they like take control of all of your cards. All right. Oh, look at that. We got another special guest. I don't know if it's actually worth anything, but like let's just say awesome. More special guest action. Um this one is not a foil, but it is darkness, prevent all combat damage, and it costs 1. I guess that's pretty good actually. And what do you know? A shockland. B, I know you're going to watch this later. I have to agree with you. I do sometimes have some good luck. We do have a Zoophit Osteoharmonist. Interesting profession. And Terra Symbiosis. Beautiful full art. All right. Well, that got us through. Empty. Okay. So I guess where do we move next? Maybe we fire open a couple of these guys. So counter intelligence. This is I don't know what the name for that is, but blue red. I guess it's Jeskai maybe. So it says boost artifacts, proliferate counters. Okay, so clearly mechanisms to do that in here. If you look on here, there's so these spacecraft can be commanders if you're playing commander, but this comes with Kilo Apogee Mind, so some sort of killer AI, and then in Spirit Flagship Vessel is the other one. So cool. Let's only 2 commanders in this bother. Let's see if I can get this open. Only 2 commanders in here. Fuck my eyes, the goggles do nothing. There is a little bit of binary on here. And now my interest is piqued. My interest is piqued, ladies and gentlemen. What does this binary say? Here. Oh gosh, what did I do? Sorry, I accidentally clicked a thing and almost stopped the stream. There's some binary on here. So I am going to quickly use an AI personally to see if I can decode what that binary is. Let's go ahead and all right, we will copy that. We will just bring up our bog standard ChatGPT. Well, come on, ChatGPT, don't fail me now. right. That translates to hmm, interesting. That translates to slash square bracket O dash underscore maybe dash O close bracket slash or I guess it's kind of a little robot, I think. Robot emoji. I'm gonna take that to be happy little robot. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. He's a robot. Duh. Okay. He's a robot. All right. We got Edge of Eternities sample booster. So there's gonna be 2 in there. Might try to get at that here. Get this out. Set this aside. All right. So we got a box. It's got the same art as the front. Nothing too shocking there. So all these boxes have been for a number of years. So yeah, we got Alien. We got the basically the 2 commanders on the box. So set that right there. We do have the little poster for this guy, so it tells you kind of how to play this. Usually it has something else on it as well. So it has a little bio on In Spirit. It talks about the history of these 2 things. Okay. Not going to read that whole thing, but it gives you a little primer on magic colors. And then in here we have the deck itself. What do we have on the back? Oh, more full art of what Kilo looks like. Comes with a couple or not tokens, but I guess counters of some sort. Not sure what the little blast one is. I don't know if that's a new status effect in here. And this one has a QR code. Find local commander events. So probably brings you to the WotC page. And there we go. There's our deck. So cool. Go ahead and put this in here for safekeeping. And set this aside over here. All right, Edge of Eternities. Stuff this in this box. Okay. Shall we move on to the next? And this one is World Shaper. Sacrifice lands, grow back stronger. So we got this insectoid kind of guy on front. We have, okay, yeah, here's the other one I was telling you about. So different. Oh, this one also has a different one. So we got 3 planeswalker things in this one, which is kind of cool. I guess that occasionally happens. I believe Lord of the Ring had a elvish one, and it also had like kind of an orcish one. So terraform and terrorize. So we have the World Seed and Zarl, Genesis Shepherd. Okay. Make earth-shaking plays. this more or less looks exactly like the collector booster, so you're not missing out on too much there. All right, we'll just set this over here for a moment. So there's our box. There's our insect guy. There's the world seed. So I take it these are sort of the elves of this world. Kind of the one that's more aligned with their planetary nature. Yeah. Cool. I dig that these are not folded into like a bajillion folds like the old ones were, because they were really, really hard to scan and get flat. All right. Decados. No idea if these are like really competitive or anything. They're, to my knowledge, they're not particularly notably expensive. All right. Here. Okay. Probably gonna save one of these because I like to scan them. So I'll put that one aside. But here, we'll give you the first taste of some collector booster action. Right. See if we got anything worthwhile. All right. Promo card that is promoting Secret Lair. Boo. And we have Biotech Specialist. All right, red-green. When this enters, create a lander token. When you sacrifice an artifact, create 2 damage. Okay. And Servanum the Lucent. Death Touch, Lifelink. Other creatures you control. Whenever Servanum enters or attacks, other creatures you control get +1/+0 and gain Death Touch. Okay, so it kind of makes everybody a one-hit killer. Interesting. All right, well, let's move on to this bad boy. We got the bundle, and it looks like we got a cav, we got a human. I don't know if it's actually a human, but we'll just call it a human. So this one does come with an alt art of Emissary Escort. Comes with all the full art lands. Oh, so that's kind of nice. And what else? What else? Comes with 9 boosters. Box, spin down. All right. Well. And there's the I guess symbol. Logo. Right, nothing on the flaps. Probably is a poster in here though. I'll show you in just a moment. No art on the inside like some of the old boxes used to have. But there is on the inside kind of a cool little poster that's showing a bunch of different ships. I don't know if these are notable ships. They don't actually, do they list no? So I'm guessing this is the faction name and the planet they're from, but they don't actually list the name of the ships on there. So I'm sure you can probably put them together when you see the cards. Showing us what we got. A couple commander decks. We got play boosters, collector boosters. One of the more simple sets, which I actually appreciate, considering how complex sets have gotten. Um, all right. So here's our box. Edge of Eternities. Dun dun dun. And yet another different planeswalker symbol. They kind of have like planeswalker symbol schizophrenia in this set. Here's the spin down, sort of a, I don't know, milky iridescent kind of thing going on. Does not look like it probably glows though. I don't know if I have my. I have one handy. I don't think I have one handy. But it just to my eye, it doesn't look like it'll glow. Kind of interested in opening. No, normally I don't really care about opening the lands, but the lands in this set are actually pretty darn nice looking. Also want to show you the box here. We got a cav, some counters, more stuff, Sammy. All right. Okay. I'm okay. Okay. Let me see if I can find which one. Well, I guess we'll open both of these just because we do have. All right, there is the special alt art of Emissary Escort. And here are all of the full art. So, Island, Plains, Swamp, that one looks pretty awesome. Mountain, Forest, and then probably a couple treatments of each of these, which look pretty good. I'll probably open up the non-foils. I feel like sometimes foils take away from art that's kind of complex like this is. So let's go ahead and take a quick gander at the other one. Enjoy that they did kind of give a way to easily get all of the full arts in here. Good job, Wizards, making it accessible. Sorry, getting a little moire scattering. All right, Plains, Island. Yeah, these look better non-foil because you can actually see the color. Pretty nice art. Like it. Some sort of crazy looking star black hole. It looks like a ship falling into a hole in the atmosphere. No idea what that is. Not enough context in that photo. Just maybe some nebula action. Nebula lands. All right. Normally not super jazzed for lands, so that's a little different. Okay, continue with the Krakening here. So we have Cryogen Relic, Lost in Space, of course, famous show and maybe not famous movie, but famous show, and it had a relatively recent reboot. Oh, what is going on there? Looks like we've got some printing debris. Oh, it like kind of slides right off. It's like wax. Hopefully that's not poisonous. Never know. Sometimes they use weird stuff in this. Well, I hope that's not a trend. Memory Vault, Edge Rover, Forest. Sorry, did these get out of order? Banishing Light. There's the well, Memory Vault is. Sacrifice another artifact, exile top X cards, where X is 1 plus the mana value of sacrificed artifact. Okay. Alright. Nothing terribly of a note in that. Hopefully I will pull a few more of these stellar sites. I don't know how uncommon they are, but I would imagine between some collector boosters and a box, I should at least get a couple. We have a Diadrene Synthesis Amalgam. It's got Trample, although by default no stuff. No pointy ouchie ouchie. It enters with a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. It's got a plus to X, okay. So you can beef this up to kind of whatever you want. Has some built-in draw and create tokens as well. Interesting. That one might have potential. Depressurize. -3 effect. Okay. Not anything exploding to me here, but it still does look interesting. I'll put this so you can see the card there. Banishing Light. We got more pangolins. We got a tiger mechan. Wait a minute. Ship's engineer. I thought he was a captain. Maybe this is like a clone or something. Oh, down on their luck, they return to old comfort. Interesting. Wonder if it is a clone. Frenzied Baloth. Spell can't be countered. Trample Haste. Creature spells you control can't be countered. Oh, nice. Alright. Well, heavy. Grab blade heavy. That almost reminds me of 40k back there. Ultros Scan Ship. Uthros. Tragic Trajectory. Servandum. Sunstar Exemplar. Lost in Space. Okay. Well, we have not hit any other shocks or stellar sites or really anything of note for that matter, but our luck will turn around soon, I'm sure. And if not, well, we can always take a detour. Infinity Elevator or Eternity Elevator. So it does produce three colorless. And Station. Station is another thing in here. So tap another creature you control. Put charge counters equal to its power on the spacecraft. Station only is a sorcery. Okay. So as a sorcery, you can put a number of charge counters equal to other creatures. Okay, so maybe getting to 20 won't be so bad. It'll take it'll take some time though, unless you're being clever. Should take at least 2 or 3 turns for you to activate that. Okay. Thaumaton Torpedo. Reroute systems. We got a named spacecraft, the Sarima. When Sarima enters, search your library for a legendary card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Also a station. It's interesting. This has slightly different language, so I don't know if the station is meant to be different. So it's tap another creature, but charge counters equal to its power on the spacecraft. Station only is a sorcery. It's an artifact creature at 7+. Oh, it becomes a creature in addition to artifact. So it's a legendary artifact creature spacecraft. But at 7+, flying, other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. Alright. I feel like that's going to be a tougher one to keep track of. Proliferating a lot of counters like this will be mentally taxing, I feel like. Especially if there's something that cancels counters. Thrumming Hive Pool. So this is a sliver card. I don't know if this is the sliver one in question, but affinity for slivers. So this gets cheaper. So if you're running this in a sliver deck, cool. Slivers you control have double strike and haste. All right. At the beginning of your upkeep, create 2 colorless sliver tokens. Cool. We got full art planes. I don't know if that Thrumming Hive Pool is that a new card? Here, let me check. I think pretty sure I have. Come on, I have that open somewhere. Let's see what they tell us. Hive Pool. Is this a new card? That is a new card. Oh, it's actually worth a not insignificant amount. Currently at about $12.28 if it is foil. It's got 2 different. Oh, it's got a borderless. What do I have? I have the border. So $12. $32 if you have the borderless. Oh, that's good to know. Sorry, I need to go back to this so I can actually see. See with my own eyes. All right, the Lucent Dubious Delicacy. Vocalist, okay. Nothing we haven't seen already. All right, it looks like we have not had any dropped frames yet, so the stream seems to be going apace. Okay. Evendo, that's one of the named planets. Waking Haven. Sorry, good morning. And it's also a station. Is this a double-sider? No, not double-sider. At 12 plus, you get to add, add a forest for each creature you control. Oh, that will be abusable. And of course, that was also a mythic. Sorry, I haven't been pressing my button. I'm out of practice, folks. I'm out of practice. I'm sorry. Okay, so question. We've been opening all of one thing so far, so why don't we take a brief interlude and let's open some other stuff. Let's open some other stuff. So, like I mentioned, sorry, I need to move some of these things out of the way just so I got a little more space. Okay, so I mentioned a little bit earlier, right, that this is a little play, serious play on Infinity. So let's open some Infinity. All right, Infinity, the unset from a couple years ago. When was it? 2022 already. 3 years ago. Flies. It was a fun set. Not gonna lie. Great, great lands. Beautiful shock lands in it as well. Here's one of the less great lands in my opinion, but some people still liked them. I like the planet lands better. But those are still worth a couple bucks. Spelling bee, lots of puns. I love puns, so I was into this set. Carnival Embiggen. I mean, that's like Simpsons reference right there. Meet and greet Sasay. Honestly, she kind of looks like a Gith Yankee. Even has a sword and everything. Ooh, there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Ask and ye shall receive. Beautiful forest land. The really valuable ones are, of course, in the what is it, constellation foil, but which I did I got a nice one. It was I think it was a godless shrine in constellation foil the other day, which I was pumped about. I also got the Is It one in a constellation foil, so I was pretty pumped about that. Opening ceremony. All right. So that's some of that. Let's maybe kick it up a notch. Boom. Look at that. Infinity Collector Booster. These unfortunately were notorious for pringling. But what do we have? What do we have? We have... Okay, here we get into the better cards. Exchange of Words, Vegetation Abomination, Forthos, Steward of the Myth. Oh, you can see that. That's Constellation Foil or Galaxy Foil. I forget what they call it. And it's a mythic. So let's throw it up. Boom. We do have Roxy, Publicist to the Stars. We have a callback from Unstable reprint from the list, the Hydra Doodle. This is, this one's hard to tell. Is this one a galaxy foil? This is a galaxy foil, although you can barely tell because it already has a lot of fine foil features on it, but if you look at the right angle, you can see it. Mistress Marvels. And then we have a forest, full land, and a galaxy foil mountain. So, all right, not bad. Here, we'll do another. All right, I think usually the first few don't have treatments. I'm kind of moving them at a weird angle to see if I can catch them. Greatest show in the multiverse. Boom. It's a saga. An acorn card, no less. And here, Haberthrasher in... Oh, I got a whole bunch of galaxy foils in a row. Tchotchke Elemental, Spinneret Arachnabot, Graveyard Busybody. What's that one? This one's also a galaxy foil, though it's hard to tell. There's a galaxy foil. Regular foil. All right. Got a nice stack of cards there. All right. Brief interlude done. Let's get over to the main event here. So, what do we have? What do we have? We have a rusty streamer. Forgot to hit the button to turn it off. We have, as opposed to the spaceships, in this one we've got a picture of Edge of Eternities with different races. The Sunstar, the Ilvoy, Monoists, Kav, and the Eumidians. All right. And let's hop to it. Hippity hoppity. All right, we got a lot of packs here, so let's maybe start skipping some of these. Some sort of alt art. The Sunstar Exemplar. Take a big stack of these out so I can get through them a little bit faster. I don't know if there's any super valuable uncommons or commons in this one. Stelly Reclaimer. Light Rammer. Alright. Guess if it isn't completely obvious, probably not going to be worth a whole lot. The stellar sites should be pretty obvious. Escort Emissary, so that's the one I have the bundle has a special art for. What are we at, folks? We're at just under 55 minutes. So thanks for sticking with me. Looks like we might have some sort of cool card in this pack. Tractor Beam. Yes. I'm kind of curious how many Alright, space-time anomaly. And foil. And a rare. I don't think this one is actually from the Stellar Insights, but it's a nice looking card. I will give them that. Oh, equal to your life total. So you could win the game quickly with that card if you have a way to boost your life. Sorry, let me get this closer into frame. Here we go. Stellar Sight. Contested War Zone. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, that creature gains control of this land. Oh, interesting. So this is a land that will kind of like volley back and forth. That's kind of, I don't know if I've seen that before. That's a triply rare Secluded Starforge. Something that makes artifacts. Nice. Pinnacle Emissary. Some sort of Izzet card with warp. Alright. We're doing some stuff. So I have opened, how many now? Probably 20 packs. And I've seen 2 of those stellar sites. So small sample size, but that seems like it's roughly a 1 in 10, maybe a 1 in 20 if I'm lucky. Adagia, there we go. Adagia is our second planet. Ooh. Second planet there at Mythic. Okay, what do we got going on here? Debris Field, Moonlit Meditation. Nothing jumping out at me. Beyond the Quiet. Exile all creatures and spacecraft. Nice little full art. Too bad they didn't do 2 different full art land treatments in this, or at least, I guess, maybe Stellar Insights in a way is sort of that, but having multiple basic lands is kind of cool. That straight up looks like a Protoss. Probably what they were going for is my guess. Got an Osteoharmonist. All right. Surprisingly, things weren't going too crazy on this. I don't. We'll see how good these collector boosters are. But I was able to get all this stuff at MSRP, which was nice, considering what was happening with Final Fantasy, which, in my opinion, just went absolutely nutter. Seam Rip, Pain for All. Yeah, I did, you know, get some things. I picked up all these, you know, but these started going for just crazy time money. So collector boosters, right? Crazier. These things, I picked up all mine early on and got them for pretty inexpensive. I mean, air quotes, inexpensive. Yeah, Wizards, I gotta say, don't do that more. super cool for how expensive that set was. Some neat cards, but people are just scalping the crap out of it now, which, I don't know, just doesn't feel good. Space-time anomaly. I do like that this has a nice cohesive theme. It feels like it could be in universe. Haven't seen any planeswalkers yet. Oh, Power Depot. Here we go. We got a notable card here. It's a rare. Power Depot. Add 1 mana of any color, only to cast or activate abilities or artifacts. Modular. What is modular? This land enters with a +1/+1 counter. When it dies, you may put that on any target artifact creature. Okay. All right, so we're at, I would guess we're at just about 30. So it looks like feels like about 1 in 10. But we'll see. The killer one, which I'm sure is much rarer than 1 in 10, is Ancient Tomb. Oh, here's Shocky. Shocky. Watery Grave. We also got an Arch Enemy's Charm. We got a full art and Tanuk. Okay. What do we got? What do we got? We got Lobster Citizen. Not to be confused with Mobster Citizen, but Lobster Citizen. I think I want to say that might be the first lobster type, I want to say. Certainly the first lobster citizen. Looking like we might have some spice in this one. Maybe a little spicy. Halia is the gal from the box. Halia. Okay. We got Forest Full Art. And we got Halia. Blinded and Guided by the Light. Maybe she has a card called Blinded by the Light. Blinded by the light. All right. Where are we? Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? Thought I was at... Oh, I see. We are a little over an hour. Oh, look at this. Emblem. Tezzeret. We're just asking about him. So here's an emblem of him. I didn't read the lore enough to know how he plays into this. I assume that having the planar portal, there we go, Scavenger Grounds, sacrifice a desert, land desert, oh, okay. Interesting. Nova Hellkite, Dragon, and we got Susur Secondy, Void Altar. We got lots of stuff up here. That was a good pack. That was a good pull on that one. Okay, so we're maybe saying I might even say 1 in 7 or 8. Although I could have just been lucky on that one. Right, we're still talking small sample size. Sedge class seed ship. One thing I wish that they would have brought with this set is a planet-themed waste card. I know I've brought it up before, kicking a dead horse here, but Entropic Battle Cruiser at rare. It's got two different counter on it, but they missed out on an opportunity to have the asteroids as a planetary basic land. They could have remediated it with this set. They could have done it. I don't think they did though. A still explorer. You may play additional land on each of your turns. Oh, all right. And then that is just a foil. Trying to tell if that was a rare or not. All right, we are almost to the bottom of that, and then maybe we'll take a little breather again. Open some other packs before we get into some more. Biotech specialist. All right. So if we are trending correctly, we should maybe get one more stellar site before the end of these. Before the end of this pile. Anti-causal Vistage. So this was one of the Eldrazi cards in here. So I got it. Woo! That to me looks a little... You can't... I mean, that looks like a sliver to me, doesn't it? Oh, look there. We got another special guest. Cha-ching! I am actually quite a fan of the older sci-fi style arts. I do have lots of old sci-fi books like that at home, so it's kind of cute. Robe of the Stars is that one. We got a Lumen class frigate. Alright, so the special guests appear to be, gosh, I don't know what that would be. Maybe like 1 in 20? Gotten 3. Oh, look at that little cyber corgi. Nice. Nice. Increasing the doge count. Possibility technician. Timeline color. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? Melded Moxite. I didn't think about the potential to have, like, they could have done something with the fifth element here. Maybe they have. I'll have to look more carefully. Elegy Acolyte. Sorry to bump that, folks. All right, Memnon, the right hand, Rust Harvester. Rescue Skipped, Harmonizer. All right, we got two regular play boosters here to increase the spice. Otherwise, I do promise you the spice will flow one way or another. I don't see how it's not going to. We got Eternity Elevator. But I will make sure the spice flows here. Pangolin, buddy. Look at that. Godma. Trample 6/6. Plus it does some other stuff. It's got landfall. Okay. Dual sun technique. Look at this guy just like soaking up the rays. Okay. That is finito. The end of it. This is Tezzeret on the box, obviously. Okay, if I can move a few of these packs out of the way, we will get to a brief interlude. Of some other stuff. All right, I told you maybe we'd open some other stuff, so we'll open some Final Fantasy, and I will have opened some on camera. All right, we got a bunch of regular stuff. Ultimisia, Cypher, Furion the Wild Rose Warrior. That's coming in foily and rare. I don't think it's worth that much, but you know, it's something. Right. Hero. So, no, I don't think it's possible to pull a gold chocobo from these. I think the best you could pull is maybe a surge foil. Kefka, Oron. Oh, we got another one. Different art. Maybe if we pull the Amano, then we will get the Baker's Dozen. People are scalping like crazy. Oh, close. Almost got it. So we got Wild Rose Rebellion in mono, but not the exact card. Got a Cactuar, Garnet, Zodiark. Zodiark. Delivery Moogle. Og the Moogle. One of my favorite characters from the game. Summoner's Grimoire. Legendary God. Yeah, nothing too crazy in here, but we will now open some other stuff. All right. Commander Legends. Found a store that had a box of these and said to myself, you know what? Maybe I'll get a jeweled Lotus that I can't play. All right, we got eggs. Splicer. Larry Niven's Disc. Acidic Slime. Wild Captain. Togo Weaponsmith. Najila, Blossom Blade, Tevesh Sat, Doom of Fools. It's coming in mythic for us, but not doing too much for us. But wait, there's more. The box had 2 in there, so I bought them both. You can actually see the box right there. I don't know if there's actually anything too spicy in this set anymore. Because Jeweled Lotus got, knocked down. I guess Demonic Lore is alright. Krark the Thumbless. Vault of Champions. Not bad. Not bad. Path of Ancestry. Llanowar. God of Harvests. Nostro. Yeah. Yeah, she's okay, I guess. Alright, I do have some other spicy things. So let's open other spicy things. Save this guy for later. Let's maybe go Ravnica Remastered. So despite the abundance of things I have opened, I have not pulled a serialized card ever. Not even once. But here we got a beautiful looking Chromatic Lantern. We got a beautiful Massacre Girl. We pulled some Shocky. And retro. Rest of these are probably going to be par for the course. So not bad. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Excuse me. But still, my friends, no, not a single serialized card has fallen my way. All right, Modern Horizons 2. Let's see what we got. Very pretty little etch card. Nice art of that card. Gaia Drone. Talisman of Resilience. Ooh. Getting a little bit of spice up in here. Got First Sliver in etch foil. And we got an Urza Saga in foil. Very nice. That deserves a ba-ba-ba. And not only is there a mythic, but there's also a very nice rare. So, and ending it with a nice little squirrel. So, yeah, I'm happy with that one. Can you do one better Modern Horizons 3? I'm gonna be honest. In the Modern Horizons 3 I've opened, hasn't ever been that great. So, I'm due. I know that statistics never do anything, but I feel like I've opened it up enough of these that I'm due something better. Oh, there you go, Callia. Callia of the Vast. In a foil, no less. Very nice. Very nice. We got a Barrow Goyf, Amphibian Downpour, Esper Sentinel. That'll do something for somebody. Though that's a Modern Horizons. Yeah, that's a Modern Horizons 2 card, actually. Not even like that's a legit Modern Horizons 2 card. Huh. Wonder how that worked. And a Flare of Cultivation. So something. It wasn't nothing. We'll put it that way. It wasn't nothing. And then before, if I can, I gotta get a little more leverage here. There we go. There we go. And what do we have here? We have all the commons. Let's get back in here and see what we got. Okay, so we got Rat in the Hat Galaxy, Fluros Mistress Marvel's Galaxy, Angelic Herald Galaxy, Avatar of Me, or Mistress Marvel, or Mira's Marvel. That's also a galaxy. Hard to see. Foil Forest. Oh! B. It's just how I roll, dog. Look at that. I know you love it. Is it? Well, there it is in Galaxy Foil. All right. So that had some spice, my friends. Bam. So that's honestly probably our winner chicken dinner of cards so far. Unless I pull some super rare foil treatment from over here. So why don't we get after that? All right. So we got a couple loose packs here. And let's just start getting after it. These ones are very opaque. You're definitely not going to be able to shine any lights unless you have one heck of a light. Nebula Dragon. Hyperblade. Oh, that's a Galaxy Foil Forest right there. Shabam. And there's a Watery Grave. Shabam. Hey, you know what? Let's just start. Let's be liberal with the use of that button. Got a craft. Oh. All right. First one of these ones. Godless. Well, actually, I pulled a different Godless Shrine, different art of that, but this is the first of this very, very nice looking full art. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. And look at that, we got another Power Depot. This is one spicy looking deck. An art card of Secluded Starforge, which we pulled that earlier as well. Okay, well that brought the pain, so we're looking positive there. We're doing well. We're doing well, folks. We are only one card in, or one pack in. All right, we got foil, Galaxy Foil. I don't know if you can tell that. That one's hard to see, but it is a Galaxy Foil. This guy may have possibly outdone us. We got Scouring Swarm, Memnon. We got Bonders Enclave. I don't know how good that one is, but Terra Symbiosis. Did pull that one earlier. So these ones I'm thinking are not crazy, but I'll look through them later. Okay, we're definitely seeing high uptick in spice. Spice level is, we're at Ghost Pepper now. Before we were maybe Thai chili pepper. Now we are definitely solidly in Ghost Pepper realm. This one I don't think is a galaxy foil, or if it is, it's really hard to see. I think that's just regular foil. We do have a foil Eldrazi. We got a Titan robot of some sort. Got hard light containment. Okay, we're bringing in sci-fi tropes. Plaza of Heroes. I honestly don't really know what I'm looking at in that one. I guess it looks like, to me, it just looks like some asteroids and some ships, but another Terra Symbiosis. Okay. We're doing something. All right. We're doing well here. All right. And on to the good stuff. Okay, so this is another, I believe, just regular. Got Horizon Explorer. Ooh, Echoing Depths in Galaxy Foil. Very nice. Devastating Onslaught. This is interesting. This one is EOE. Sorry, I haven't been using this button enough. So kind of a cockpit. I don't know if cockpit view is a thing in here. I guess I haven't looked at this that close enough to know if that's a thing stick they're doing. Let me see. Okay, we might be onto the box. All right. Pull a couple of these bad boys out. I have to decide if I should hold on a couple of these, but man, this is fun. We're pulling some heat. All right. Halia, Ascendant Cadet, Delicacy, and what do we got? Plains, Memorial Vault, Moxite Refinery, Susur Secondary, the High Market, Warmaker gunship. I kind of glanced through that real quick and thought it said wanker gunship. Not the case. But all right. On we go. Coming up to one and a half hours, folks. So thanks for sticking with it. The spice has been worth it here at the end. All right, look at that's a nice looking card. So standard full art swamp, Bailiff Prime 10/10, Requiem Monolith, Raging Ravine, Possibility Technician, and what was this one? Scavenger Grounds. Okay. I need to take this down, otherwise it is going to fall over. All right. And we're starting with Galaxy Forest. Sorry if that's not focusing right. We got a secluded star forge. We have a glittering massif. Corral of the Void. Mystifying Maze in Galaxy Foil. Very nice. Cosmogoyf. A goyf of cosmic scale. Who doesn't love that? Oh, got more Shockies. Got Altart, Osteo. Oh, look at that. Strip Mine. Strip Mine in the Stellar Sights treatment. Another Requiem Monolith. Okay, okay, okay. We're cooking with fire, folks. Cooking with fire. All right, what do we got here? We got Galaxy Foil Mountain. We got a Frenzied Bailiff. We got Exploration Brood Ship, Battleship, Lava Claw Reaches, Devastating Onslaught. Okay, we got some stuff. You know, we're rocking an art card in this one. So, Standard Mountain, Cabaran, Memorial World. Boom. Oh, I'm seeing, I think we might already have that one, but I am seeing a special guest in there. We got Meteor Crater. Boom. Robe of Stars, another special guest. Shebang, shebang. Okay. Got a pile of rares down here. Rares and mythics. Probably won't do more streams specifically of this set, so why not just open it all? Haven't gotten a Sathera yet, though. Swamp, Lobster, Hatchery, Shambling Vent. Wait, did I miss one? Oh, I did miss one. Tanuk, second Steadfast, Shambling Vent. Alter Void, Susur, Secondy. Yeah, haven't seen any treatment of the big card in this set, which is the Black Hole. That must be one of the rarer ones in this set. All right. Galaxy Foil, Plains, Pain for All, Mutinous Massacre, Petrified Field. Oh, we got a foil borderless. This one, that one's probably going for a pretty penny. So I will hazard a guess that I can press this button. Okay. Nice full art there of Assessor Second D. All right, we're seeing cards. We're seeing cards. I would like to see the supermassive black hole. I feel like it's the set symbol. It's the card you want. Full art. Vernal Fen. Thespian's Stage. Sacred Foundry. So we got some shocky action there in a foil special treatment. Okay. So we're pulling a little bit of heat still. Still pulling a little bit of heat. All right. Two more to go. 3 more to go. Whatever I have in my hand to go. All right. Plains. Uthros. Titanic God Core. Impressive name. We've got Zariel from Commander. Daedrine. Echoing Deeps in a different treatment than I had before. Lumen class. Okay. Okay. Two more chances here to get us all the way to that supermassive black hole. Okay, that is galaxy treatment on that bad boy. Sunstar Chaplain, Horizon Explorer, got another Dominion bracelet, got a Blast Zone, and that Dominion bracelet does get us a mythic as well. Blast Zone, Moonlit Meditation. All right. Last pack, and then I'm going to let you guys go to bed. So we are looking at hopefully a black hole, but you know, if it's not, it's not. Nova Hellkite. Elevator. Oh, I don't think we're getting the black hole. Although Dust Bowl, that's a new one, and it's got a treatment. Rust Harvester and Crazy Art. No black hole, friends. But I did get this giant stack of rares, so that's gotta count for something, right? That's gotta count for something. Well, we did a thing, and it was pretty fun. I dig it. I dig the theme. The theme is nice. I also like that it feels vaguely, still feels vaguely in universe, though I don't know that we saw, I don't think we saw a single planeswalker from those cards. So, in fact, I don't even know if there are planeswalkers in this set. I could probably figure that out quickly. Let's just click on here and we'll take a quick look. Show me checklist. There is, so Tezzeret. Tezzeret is a planeswalker, legendary planeswalker. Do we have any others that I see? Says there's two. Both Tezzeret though. So Tezzeret is the only planeswalker in this set, at least in EOE. Let's see what it is for Commander. Could be in Commander. Let's go to checklist. No, Tezzeret is the only planeswalker in this set, so nobody from the usual suspects. That is actually somewhat interesting, because normally we have at least, a handful of planeswalkers, but not this time. Well, good luck to you all if you're doing some opening, and I'm gonna close her out for the night. This is, of course, the Game Engineer, and thanks for spending the better part of 2 hours with me. I will see you next time. Cheers.